Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot One Podcast. Man, Stephen A. Smith addresses the whole controversy this week. I mean, it was quite explosive between him and Monica McNutt, and Shannon Sharp in the middle of it. Look, that's going to happen when you have these left talking head sports feminists come on there to disagree. It's just a physical league, da-da-da. We understand that. But, I mean, again, you got a star player coming into your league that you've never had before. This is an inflection point for the WNBA to really take care of Caitlin Clark. And I mean, not babying her, but protect her within the confines of the game, And it seemed like, when Chenny Carter did that, it was just, it seemed like she got the blessing from everybody else. Oh, the league is tough. And, okay, fine. I mean, look. I get the league is tough, man. When a new player comes into the NBA, they play hard defense. They play within the bounds. Everybody wants to keep bringing up the comparison. When Lonzo Ball came in and Patrick Beverley D'd him, he D'd him up, but he didn't take any cheap shots, on the rookie. He played him fair, straight up, but got physical. You know what I'm saying? Took the ball away from him, pressured him half court, all that stuff. Cool. That's fine. We like good competition. That's fine to do with the Caitlin Clark. But Stephen A. Smith's been getting cooked in the media and everything, so he addresses after he's made his comments on air and on the Stephen A. Smith show and everything. Very defensive, but I get it. It seemed like he felt he got blindsided by Monica McNutt's comment about you didn't talk about this with your power years ago. Like, who cares? And nobody was talking about the WNBA. Right? I mean, a couple of years ago, the only thing that people talked about was Brittany Griner being brought back home. We traded a former Russian's arms dealer to get her back. And it got that got political because why are we making this trade? And is this trade done to appease a certain group? To get certain votes, right? Which that seemed like at this current state of affairs, that ain't gonna happen. But I'm gonna play a small clip of what Stephen A. Smith had to say. As he addresses recently, and it seemed like the execs got to him, right? They got to homeboy. They want him to clarify on his own show, and look, we know the Stephen A. Smith show is an extension of First Take. He can't go too off the rails on here. He has to toe that company line, and he has to toe that company line on his platform. So whatever he can't correct on TV, he has to correct it on here, especially the backlash he got from the left, the women, all that type of stuff. Even though I really didn't have a problem with what he said initially about protecting Caitlin Clark, therefore protecting the asset, protecting the business of the WNBA, and I don't care if people got a problem with that. Look, people are only tuning in to see Caitlin Clark. I'm gonna stand by that. Cool, you can sprinkle a couple plays here and there. Those people that say that they're just lying. But yeah, man, this is what he had to say about the current affairs of the WNBA.
And everybody should be in on helping the WNBA and helping all of women's sports get to that place. But I will not apologize for saying this. Women should be at the forefront helping the ladies in all of women's sports. Because the NFL wouldn't be what it is if women didn't support it just like the men do. The NBA wouldn't be where it is if women didn't support the NBA the way that a lot of men do. Women, there is no better consumer. And when the ladies stand up and support something, it usually succeeds. It usually succeeds. So look at these ladies in the WNBA.
And I have a problem with this. The WNBA has been around for almost 30 years. Women have 30 years, almost 30 years to support this charity basketball league. And they haven't. They need money from the NBA to keep this basketball program alive. And also too is it is not for everybody to support the WNBA. If the WNBA wants to succeed, they're gonna have to have a better product on the court, right? There's still a level of entertainment value needed for a league to thrive, We thought we had that. We think we have that with Caitlin Clark being that entertainment value to draw eyeballs, and so far it has. That's a start. They need to be able to find a way to maintain that. But you can make the case that those additional eyeballs were the men, right? I mean, by and large, I get what he's saying, but I don't agree. The majority of the popular sports is driven by men, and most men watch these sports. It's not even close. I get it. Women like NBA, NFL, cool. I'm not saying no, not a lot of women, a few, but by and large, the purchasing power of these sports is coming from the men's side easily, right? When it comes to men's sports, the entertainment aspect is there. The entertainment value is there. You know, guys are going to compete at the highest level. We look at some of the best plays, some of the best athleticism. All right. You know, men and women, we can't compare each other physically. So, you know what? That's unfortunate, but that's just nature. And therefore, the nature of our sports is way more entertaining, way more play, way more highlight plays that are much more marketable than women's sports. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it seems like, you know, he's out here begging for women to support the WNBA and, you know, a PSA announcement, a call to stand for women. And listen, man, but a lot of women don't care about sports like that, though, like we do, like the men do, you know? So, this message seemed like, you know, it's coming from the top down, you know, to try to, you know, and he's in a much more calmer, you know, demeanor now, you know what I'm saying? Compared to how he was the past couple of days. It seemed like all the heat and pressure got to him, and he has to come here and add some clarity. Well, if we want the WNBA to succeed, you know, just like, you know, we like the other sports, we need women to come in and help and support. I mean, women have been trying to, and they just don't get the numbers, you know. And once again, it's really, you need the men. You need more men to come in and watch the sport. And for the men to come in and watch the sport, you know, we need to see hype like Caitlin Clark. We need to see Caitlin Clark types come into the WNBA. I'm not talking about from a racial standpoint, anything like that. People think when I talk about Caitlin Clark, I'm buck dancing and all this other stuff. It's like, nah, man. I look at it from a logical perspective. You know what I'm saying? The WNBA has complained for years. We don't have money. We're not getting paid enough. You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting here, okay, fine. You got a Caitlin Clark that's coming in. Maximize that. Monetize the hell out of that. You know what I'm saying? Boost your league up. It's a great opportunity. And here we are right now complaining about this whole situation. And it's like the league is on a path to self-destruct if they continue on like this. So, you know what? They can defunct. I don't care. But the conversation is very eye-opening. It's not eye-opening, but it's very clear as a test case study. And how women are when it comes to situations like this. It's like, they like with the men, we understand the pecking order. When it's time for somebody to step up, be that dude, everybody know. Everybody in that league, everybody knows who's the apex guy in the respective leagues, right? In the male sports. In the women's sport, too much this. We don't need a baby her, da-da-da. All this soft talk, you know. And it's like Caitlin asked for it. Her game warranted that level of respect off rip, you know, and it's bringing in viewership. You know, the men's viewership, right? Like, come on now, you know. So Stephen A. Smith, back to that company tone and line. Got to be careful, you know. Don't want to upset the lefties on ESPN. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. What Stephen A. Smith had to recently say addressing his statements about the WNBA early in the week. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.